Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I am going to start the current affairs in English of the 5th October 2022. So first of all we will discuss about the national current affairs news. In the national current affairs news, first is the world largest wind solar power plant. World largest wind solar power plant has been commissioned by the Adani Green, and this solar wind power plant has been commissioned in the Jaisalmer. Jaisalmer is located in the Rajasthan state. So the Adani Green Energy Limited, that is the AGEL, has commissioned the world's largest wind solar power plant in the Jaisalmer in Rajasthan. Next is the India has signed an agreement with the Armenia to export missiles, rocket and ammunition. For that, the India has signed the agreement with the Armenia. The recent clashes happens between the Armenia and Azerbaijan, and these missiles also includes the indigenous Pinaka multi-barrel rocket launcher, and Azerbaijan clash is going on between the Armenia. So India has supported Armenia with the missile, rockets and ammunition for indigenous Pinaka multi-barrel rocket launcher. The India has signed first time deal with any country for providing the Pinaka multi-barrel rocket launcher. Next is the WhatsApp banking. WhatsApp banking services has been launched by the PNB. PNB means Punjab National Bank. Punjab National Bank. So the WhatsApp banking services has been launched by the Punjab National Bank, and the Punjab National Bank has made banking services available to both clients and non-customer via the WhatsApp. So, WhatsApp banking services has been launched by the Punjab National Bank. Next is the Pulampara has been named as the first fully digital literate panchayat. So, Pulampara Panchayat, that is located in Kerala, is named as the first fully digital literate panchayat, and this Pulampara village panchayat is located in the Thiruvananthapuram district of Kerala, and in this panchayat the resident were also trained to use social media platforms and basic banking services during the training. Next is the 100 laboratories for the 5G technology has been set up across India by the government, because 5G technology has been launched in the India by the Prime Minister Narendra Modi. So the Indian government is planning to establish the 100 5G laboratories around the nation. Next is the indigenously built LCH, means the light combat helicopter, that is named as the Prachand. Has been officially inducted in the Indian Air Force by the Raksha Mantri. The Raksha Mantri, the Rajnath Singh. So the light combat helicopter, which is an indigenously developed, named as Prachand, has been inducted into the Indian Air Force. Next is the SC/ST Hub Conclave has been hosted by the Ministry of MSME in the Gujarat. So SC/ST Conclave has been hosted by the Ministry of MSME in the Ahmedabad in Gujarat. Next is the National Mission for Clean Ganga has been approved the 14 projects. So under the National Mission for Clean Ganga, 14 projects have been approved, like the sewage treatment, curbing industrial pollution and biodiversity conservation. These are the some important projects. Next is the Fit India Freedom Run 3.0. Fit India Freedom Run 3.0 has been introduced by the Anurag Singh Thakur and Kiran Rijiju. So, Fit India Freedom Run 3.0, Fit India Freedom Run 3.0 has been introduced on occasion of the Gandhi Jayanti, and the third edition of the Fit India Plog Run, one of the largest national activity initiated by the Government of India at the height of the COVID-19 pandemic in the 2020, and it was jointly introduced by the Union Minister of Law and Justice Shri Kiren Rijiju and Shri Anurag Singh Thakur. Secretary of Sports is Sujata Chaturvedi, and Director General of the Sports Authority of India is Shri Sandeep Pradhan. Ambassador of Fit India is Ripu Daman Wevely, and Union Minister of Law and Justice is Shri Kiren Rijiju. Next is the Yuva 2.0 program. Yuva 2.0 program has been introduced by the Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The full form of Yuva is Young, Upcoming and Versatile Authors, and this scheme is mainly for monitoring young authors that is known as Yuva 2.0, and it is launched by the Department of Higher Education of the Ministry of Education on the Department of Higher Education that comes under the Ministry of Education, and it was launched on the occasion of Gandhi Jayanti on October 2nd. And it is an author mentoring program for young and aspiring writers below the age of 30 years. Next is the government has planning to lift the AFSPA. AFSPA is the Armed Forces Special Protection Act, means a special power that is given to the armed forces under the AFSPA. So the government has now planning to lift the AFSPA in 4 states after the Naga Peace Pact. So the government is planning to lift AFSPA in the 4 states after the Naga Peace Pact. Next is the Telangana government has launched the Asra pension mainly for the poor people. The Asra pensions is a part of the state welfare measures and social safety net strategy. The Asra pension that aims to secure life of all the poor, and the Asra scheme is a welfare scheme for the older section of states, widows, physically disabled and BD worker, mainly to avail the pension facility. Next is the inflation that likely to come down below the 5.2%. So RBI is expecting the retail inflation that comes at 5.2% in financial year 24 from the 6.7% in that is the forecast for financial year 23, and the RBI has also cut the India GDP growth forecast from 7.2% to the 7%. Next we shall discuss awards related news. So Dr. Vivek Lal has received the Lifetime Achievement Award in the United States. So Indian American Dr. Vivek Lal has been awarded with the Lifetime Achievement Award in the United States, and the Vivek Lal has been done a PhD in aerospace engineering. Next is the Nobel Prize in Physics 2022 has been announced, and the Nobel Prize in Physics was awarded to the Alain Aspect from France, John F. Clauser from USA, Anton Zeilinger from Austria, mainly for their work on the quantum mechanics. And the 2022 Nobel Prize in Physics has been awarded for the experiment with entangled photons, establishing the violation of Bell inequality and pioneering the quantum information science. Next is the Nobel Prize in Medicine 2022 has also been announced, and the Nobel Prize in Physics has been awarded to the Swedish scientist Svante Paavo, has won the 2022 Nobel Prize in Physiology of Medicine, mainly for discoveries concerning the genomes of extinct hominins and human evolution. Next is the Value of Words Book Award. So Tagore and Gandhi wins in the English non-fiction. So the book that has won the Value of World Book Award is given to the Tagore and Gandhi, which is an English non-fiction book. Next we shall discuss about the important days celebrated. So World Space Week, that is celebrated from 4th October to 10th October, and this World Space Week is mainly to celebrate the science and technology and their contribution towards the betterment of the human condition. And the theme for the World Space Week 2022 is the space and sustainability. The theme is the World Space Week is the space and sustainability. Next we shall discuss about the appointment related news. So Ajay Bhado has been appointed as the Deputy Election Commission. So Ajay Bhado has been appointed as the Deputy Election Commissioner. Next we shall discuss about the sports related news. So Sergio Perez has won the Singapore Formula 1 Grand Prix 2022. So Sergio Perez has won the Singapore Formula 1 Grand Prix 2022. Next is the ATP 250 Tel Aviv Watergen Open. So India's Rohan Bopanna and Dutch player Matwé Middelkoop has won the 250 Tel Aviv Watergen Open. Next is the national games that is going on in the Gujarat, and in this the Antim Panghal has become the world under 20 champion. So Antim Panghal becomes the world under 20 champion. Next is the FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup, in which the United States has defeated the China in the International Basketball Federation Women's Basketball World Cup. International Basketball Federation was founded in 1932. International Basketball Federation headquarters is located in Switzerland, and International Basketball Federation president is the Hamane Niang. International Basketball Federation Secretary General is Andreas Jagglish. Next is the Rohit Sharma has become the first Indian cricketer to play the 400 T20. So Rohit Sharma become the first Indian cricketer to play the 400 T20. So this is the current affairs of the 5th October. So please like, subscribe and share my video.